Hello.
Hello. Hello. I tell you what, let me start this back over for you, okay? Because I'm having some technical difficulties. Hello. This is Stephen Cuffey here for my 58th live broadcast with you today. Um, I want to basically talk about a few subjects. The first thing, let me just get started. Look, I have about 4 viewers. And by the way, my moderator, Jules Jules Ann from New Zealand. I messaged her and she'll be with you in just a minute. She's running just a little late, but she'll be with us in just a moment. But the first subject I want to talk about, and something that I may have brushed on some time ago, but it's something that have spoke about in our blog quite a bit, and that's the mindset of greed, scarcity, and poverty. You see, ladies and gentlemen, I'm really concerned about the current mindset that a lot of us have, just not around the world, but also our TBC members. And the reason why I came up with this subject matter is because I've gotten a lot of messages from different people that is currently in TBC that I'm a little concerned about. And the reason I say that is I'm not talking necessarily about our builders. I'm talking about our joiners, the ones that just sign up in TBC and kind of on the fence and watching all of us leaders do live broadcasts and just be indulge ourselves in this opportunity of the billion coin. Well, when I had someone on my team, um, she's not really plugged in like I would like to see her plugged in, and I think she's getting ready to get plugged in. And she really doesn't know. She said, "How can I do live broadcasts when I don't know how?" But let me get to that. I'll get that in just a moment. Um, the thing that I'm concerned about is, I'm gonna ask some questions to you. How long are we gonna allow the central banking system and the governments in our nations, in our countries, the same laws and guidelines that we been have lived by, that we go by? We worked 30 years, 40 years. What I call that job is a what? JOB, just over broke. We used to say jumping out of bed to go to that just over broke. You know, Now I'm not knocking people for that because you have to work for a living. But see, speaking for myself, I've done that. And for those that y'all don't know me, I'm a retired probation officer for the state of Virginia, and I stay here on the East Coast of the United States. Before that, I did that for 22 years, and 9 years before that, I was a mental health therapist because I have a degree in psychology. See, I know how the mind works, and I know personality types. If it's one thing I say, if I don't know, I know people and how they think. But so this thing here, the billion coin, was perfect for me to help people get out of poverty. Oh, I like that subject matter because see, I see myself as, I was just like a lot of you all. I depended on the government. I depended on the central banking system. Now it's true, we have to put our money somewhere. But when we put our money in a bank or a financial institution like a bank or a credit union, actually I see credit unions in our country better than the banks because they use that money for other things other than just filling their own pockets and their own system. But I still think that we put money in our banking system and they make thousands and millions off of our money. And we make that little 1% or less on a savings account. Then we got that individual retirement, system that we had. A lot of us partake in. Now, for me, I live on a state's pension. Not the money I was making then, but see what I did. I start other businesses that I make money online. That was responsible for retiring 8 years early. See, I started many years ago. Like Randy, I got into multi-level marketing a long time ago. So I understand, just like Randy and a few other people that's been online marketing for a while, I understand that you have to build your own wealth, your own empire. But first of all, you got to work on this right here, your mindset. Because if we are expecting, while we're building millions of dollars in our TBC wallets, a lot of us now are what? We're pushing the redeem now button right after our last send button meeting today. A lot of us are doing that. But the same thing is, TBC is not about, the Billion Coin as we know it is not about just sitting by watching our wallets get millions and possibly billions for some of us. Are we helping the people out here in poverty that don't have even pure drinking water to drink? If we're so concerned about our own self, when are we going to start thinking about others, showing love and compassion for others? That's what the Billion Coin, as we call TBC, is about. Not about just getting our wallets fat with money. I get so sick and tired of people talking about cashing out. Yes, I could use some of the money, but you know what? I said it many times. If I could use some of the thousands to help, like the people over in Puerto Rico that went through 2 devastating hurricanes. Some people still right there don't even have electricity, don't have proper food to eat and drinking to eat. People are still dying in that country, in our Caribbean. And our government here in the United States have done absolutely hardly nothing to help them. Oh, I don't even want to talk about that. That's a whole nother subject matter. I won't share my thoughts about that because it won't be so pleasant to hear. But I really feel that we have to be on one accord and can answer the 3 questions that Gerard Windsor of the UK started. What is TBC? What TBC isn't? And your current role or your correct role or your role in the Billion Coin. You see, if we cannot answer those questions, and why answering those questions can have that right mindset of abundance, we are not doing the Billion Coin justice. Plain and simple. You're fooling yourselves. If you think that we can just talk about or make excuses why we can't do things like having a live broadcast, come on, I'm calling people out today. It is no excuse for people not knowing how to do a live broadcast. It's not that hard to do. There are videos by David Jones. There are videos by the Whitefish Lady, my leader. There are videos about Randy Wilson, the voice of TBC. The 3 of them alone, and Dan, look, the 4 of them alone have done videos on how to do live broadcasts. Now they're doing videos on how to properly migrate. And I have the reason why I'm on this matter today, because I had somebody on my team that I'm helping. I gotta tell them every little thing what to do. But if all of them would have listened to me and be a student, what have I always said? Be a student. Thank you, Jewel. Jewel is here. She's here with us. I can see it coming up on my phone. Listen, if we stop what? Stop reading the. Oh my! I almost said. I almost came out my bag. Right. I almost said some unpleasant. Start reading the blog. Stop reading the blog. Stop reading the blog. Be a student of the blog. If y'all was on Randy Wilson, when I put that in the chat, he elaborated on that. Did he agree with me? But I didn't do that for him to agree on me. I just want to see what kind of dialogue there was on it. Look like I'm the only one saying this. Some of the leaders are not even students of the blog. Come on. How can we be a great leader to new people that come into TBC or some of our orphans that need us if we don't know the proper educational tools and training that provides us in the TBC blog? The TBC administrator allowing us live broadcasters are sending people to us because they know that we have some of the answers. But if we don't get out of that wrong mindset. And see, I'm not just talking about all the other people out there that's not in Billion Coin. I'm talking about the people that do live broadcasting, some of us. And I'm not calling out everybody, and I'm not calling no names. But you can bet I know who they are. We have to make sure we're educating people on these live broadcasts the right way. But where did education start? How are you going to get yourself out of that poverty mindset to think about, oh, let me tell you what this person said. He's not on live, he's on marriage right now. Pritam. I mean, I may not pronounce your brother. He's one of Randy Wilson's top 10 leaders. He's in a country, India. And he flashed some money in our Simba meeting. I'm going to just say that part only. He said, this is what I made this week in the past weeks of the Billion Coin. And when one person on my team went back and saw the replay of the Simba meeting, she wondered, how did this person cash out? You see, automatically thinking cash out. It's not about cashing out TBC right now. We're in a distribution phase right now. We're bringing people out, distributing, have people to purchase Billion Coin. We're trying to make a difference. Yes, a lot of us could use some of the income in our wallets. I'm not dousing that, just getting rid of that thought. But we have to make sure that we are getting the right message across each one of us and getting the right message across people that's coming in and some people getting out of TBC because they haven't gotten the right message. And then they later become what? As we call them, the trolls and the naysayers, that I care nothing about what they say. See, I don't get challenges too much from trolls. I know some people that do. My leader, Carrie Poundle out of Montana, state of Montana, USA. The Whitefish stayed on YouTube. She's had trouble with it. See, I don't entertain that dialogue with them. I just ignore it. Because I'm going to hurt their feelings if they start talking to me because I don't want to deal with them. See, if a person has been like me, that's dealt with bad characters in our community, for so many years, for over 20 years, you can think, I know how to deal with a troll. So, but anyway, but let's go back, talk about this a little bit more. How long are you going to rely on the central banking system? How long are you going to rely on that government in your country? See, I don't solely rely on them. I know they exist. I know fiat, the dollar, is losing its value in our country. Oh my God. And I read about them. I've been reading about them for months. The country of Zimbabwe in Africa and Venezuela suffering. Their currency is suffering. They're in what they call hyperinflation. See, if you're not aware, like Randy said in the blog, if you're not aware, the blog is just not for just TBC. It's about making you aware of what's going on in our world. You don't have to rely on the news on TV to tell you what's going on in the world. You can just read a blog. Did you know that? And I said that word read. Let me retract that word and say study the blog, okay? Yes, I know I said it. I'm guilty sometimes saying that because we said so much out of our mouth. We don't use that word study as much as we should. But yet we did that in school, in grade school, and those of us that got our college degree. We did a lot of studying in college. I did a lot of it years ago. You know, the Billion Coin administration have set the platform for us to follow. Why is it that we cannot follow that platform the way it should be followed? Why am I one of the few people that follows that platform 100%? Why? See, I don't believe I'm the only one, though. I know that several people on this live broadcast is following it. And I believe a lot of people on this live broadcast is saying to the people on their team the right thing. See, you can't control people. You can influence them, but you can't control them. I'm going to say that again. You can influence them the right way, a positive way, but you can't control them. Stop trying to do that if you're doing that. Just stop that. You're only going to push them away. They're going to misconceive what the Billion Coin really is, what it's about, what our mission is. They're going to be less. They're going to say, well, no, that's something you can go ahead and do. That's not necessarily for me. See, some people want a quick fix, just like a drug. They want something to happen instant, right now, just like that. They want that money in their wallet, just like that. They want to be cash out, just like that. Listen, I have the vision that I believe the Billion Coin will be used for all kinds of products and services, just like they're doing right now in Nigeria and different parts of Africa, just like they're doing in the Philippines. See, I'm on Doc Dan Live Broadcast. I see what's going over there in the Philippines, and I have some Filipino friends in the USA. I know firsthand what's going on over there. I can't wait to visit over there in the Philippines. That's one of my #1 places I want to go to. And I want to go on Africa. I have a friend of mine over Africa right now that's helping people right now in orphanages. Helping people that's orphans, matter of fact. True orphans, not orphans at TBC, true orphans. That person is helping. I have friends all over the world now. I had some before TBC, but I got even more now. And I'm gonna call some of them out that's good, that's great people. I'm gonna talk about Han, Joe Stevens, Crypto TBC John Harder. Just got off his live broadcast. I'm telling you now, if y'all don't get on John Harder's live broadcast, you're missing a treat. What he's doing with free energy, oh my God. Great job, brother. Let me see here. Tikita Williams. I may not pronounce your first name, but she is over in New Zealand. A lot of you need to support her. She don't have a whole lot of people on live broadcast because a lot of you don't know. Subscribe to her YouTube channel. You see her name on the it's T. I'm gonna spell it TEOKOTI TEOKOTAI Williams. Subscribe to her YouTube channel. Support her. She just got started. I mean, not so long ago doing live broadcasts, but she's getting better every time. So you don't have to be at your what you think is your best the first time. You just got to start. That's all. Just start. Just start. See, I can refer people of videos of people who've done show you how to sign up. It's very easy. It's not hard. All right. So let's focus on others instead of ourselves so much. We have to remove ourselves out of that poverty, that greed mindset. It's not about you. It's about helping others. And get this. Let me tell you about this. Before the Billion Coin started, it was not about you then. If I'm hurting some people's feelings today, I don't mean to. I'm not getting on y'all guys. I'm just real. I just keep it real with people. I'm just not afraid of people. Just not. I think some of my what they call that expression, they call their trips, as they call them, in the United States. People are wonderful though. I love these people here in TBC, and I love the people here on this live broadcast. It's just that we got to come correct when we do this TBC. We got to get it correct and come correct. We got to step up. We got to do what I've called. We got to draw a line in the sand and plant your flag and say, I'm in it to win it. You see, my in it to win it is not for me per se. It's to do what? To help as many people in poverty as I can to get out of that wretched thing. That's what it's about. That's what's it about. It's nice to see what we are partaking in the redemption period. It's nice to be pressing that button. Some of us pressing up today and the next few days of this month. I'm not knocking anything down of those type of things. That's not what I'm dealing with today. I'm dealing with the people who have that mindset that I can't do this and I can't do that. Oh, come on, stop making excuses. You do something because you do what you want to do. When I was in another business, we used to have a saying, you have to do money-making activities. You see, Pritam over in India, Bitcoin Scott is here today. Thank you, Bitcoin Scott. He was thinking about how can he reach people, how people can bring in people in TBC, and he got it done. When he flashed money, not to be bragging or boasting, showing his money in his country during a Simbut meeting, he was showing that you can make money right now in the billion coin. We're not talking about the money in your wallet. See, for every person you bring into billion coin, you helping. You helping. See, I said this in one of my other live broadcasts some time ago. Do you know? And I think a lot of us going to admit to this. When you agree that all of us have some degree of poverty, even if it's just in our mind. Let me ask you that question, and I'm gonna see if people and I'm gonna see if y'all agree with me by typing TBC is for me. I'm gonna ask the question again. Would you agree? Think about what I'm asking now. Would you agree that everyone here on this live broadcast has some degree of poverty? Now, poverty comes in different forms, like mindset, like bank account, like helping others, degree a lack of helping others. There's my brother Pritam. He's here. I mentioned about that. I talked about you a little bit about what the success you've had. Great job, brother. Type in the chat right now. TBC is for me. If you understand what I'm asking. When you agree that every one of us here, including myself, have some degree of poverty. Think about it now. I must, if you know, Jewel, if they type it in, just people that's put in TBC for me, if you agree with me. I'm going to ask it again. Would you agree that everyone here have maybe a little or some degree of poverty? And think about your life now. Think about your mindset now. Type TBC for me if you agree with me. If you don't type it. TBC. Thank you. Thank you. Because let me say something to you. And y'all may not agree with me this here. I believe. Listen, you could be a wealthy billionaire. Think about what I'm saying now. You could be a wealthy billionaire. And I know several of them in the United States. I know of them. I don't know them personally, but I know of them. And guess what? They're doing dilly squat. That's an expression in the United States, meaning nothing, and helping people that's poor. Did you hear what I just said? There are billionaires and millionaires right here in our country, in the United States and around the world, that's doing nothing to help people of the poor. Look, it's coming through. Everybody's saying TBC for me. Everyone has some degree of poverty. And we're up to 14 viewers a day. It looks like people are agreeing with me here. Are getting it. Everyone has some degree of poverty in this, and then even in TBC, even some of our leaders. You think Randy Wilson don't have some degree of poverty? Well, if you don't have any degree of poverty, why are you in TBC? Why are you in the billion coin? Isn't that what's the main mission of it? You see? If you don't believe, see, it starts with the belief system in your mind. It starts with the belief system. If you don't believe you have some degree of poverty yourself, how can you help someone else? You know, mm, I don't want to take this thing into an hour. I don't want to do that today. I'm a little over my time already. Thank you so much, John. Thank you so much, Ton. Thank you, Nina. Thank you, Serena. Bitcoin Scott. That's everyone here. Thank you so much for your reply. We have to change the way we think. It starts with that. Our belief system has to change. See, we've been corrupted, brainwashed, whatever you want to call it, about what our government and our central banking system has to offer. While the people here, and I can talk about the people on Capitol Hill, while a lot of them are just filling their pockets with money, becoming millionaires, and setting laws in place just to keep us at bay. They're up here and we right here. And some of us are dipping lower. Some of us that call us middle class are going to the lower class. Is that what thing we call, we're the 99 percenters, while the 1% of us have all the wealth. When are you gonna remove yourself and get down to the 1%? And while you're coming down to 1%, bringing as many people down with you, bringing as many people you can that's in poverty. See, we don't have to be the 99, be of the 99 percenters. We can get down to the 1%ers, the millionaire and the billionaires. Isn't that what we're creating abundance, remember? And we're bringing as many people with us. That's the way we got to be thinking. Not about you, not about us. It's not me, 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 me. It's not about I gotta have. It's about creating abundance for others. Because isn't why you're doing that, you also creating abundance for you too? See, you're getting some benefit by helping others. When you want to see, instead of seeing a confused, worried look on a person's face and have a smile and loving facial expression on a person, when you change their life with this opportunity of the billion coin, see, that's the way we got to be thinking. Now I'm gonna go over these last two things really, really quick. You know, I've talked about this I said it a few minutes ago. Let us stop reading the Billion Coin blog. Just stop. Stop doing that. If you're just reading every day, you're not getting it. You're not completely getting it. Nope. We got to be students of that blog. There's a lot of things said and that you can feel when you read some of those blogs. It's just not about the migration and all those things. Yes, all those things are there. Live broadcast. You know, we need more people, not just the ones that's already doing it. We need more people doing live broadcasts, not just broadcasts, but those in other languages like French. We need more French-speaking broadcasters. I wish I could speak multi-languages. I wish I could. Gosh, I wish. I got some software I've been talking about. I need to take that out and start learning Spanish. And it's supposed to be real good. And I'm gonna get my Filipino friends to teach me Tagalog, that language they speak in Philippines. I want to learn more. So I'm at the end of my live broadcast now. I could talk more about the blog and more about the broadcasting, but Randy talked a little bit on his live broadcast. There are other broadcasters out here doing a fantastic job. I know some people starting their broadcasting probably already started. I know I went over a little today. I was before 30 minutes yesterday. But thank you so much for all of you being here today. Exactly. Let me just say this part. If you help people get what they want, you can have anything you want. I believe a great philosopher, Zig Ziglar, said that if you help enough people get what they want, you would eventually get what you want. See, that's what it's about. John, I could have said it better. Thank you for that. That's a good way to close my live broadcast today. I'm going to say it again. If you help people get what they need, what they want, you see, eventually you will get what you want. But it's got to start with them first, not you. Thank you so much for all of y'all coming from here and participating in that little activity with TBC for me about the poverty question I asked. Thank you so much for being here today. I will be here at the same time tomorrow. It's usually at 3 o'clock. I'm on slot 15 in our broadcasting schedule. And it's usually at 3 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time. That's the time for me. Please check your time zone. And I'm going to say lastly, if you need a leader that can lead you and educate you the correct way about signing up for TBC or questions you need answered, you're looking at the one that 9 times out of 10 can do that. Down below is a way how to contact me, my email and my phone number if you live here in the United States. I'll be more than happy to help you and assist you in any way I can with the Billion Coin. Because see, if I don't have the answer, I can lead you to probably where the answer is. I've done that for several people all around the world already. With that said, have an incredible day, morning, afternoon, evening, at night, wherever you're watching this live broadcast. And it's been a joy to have all of you here. I love all of you here. Please return back tomorrow to support me and support other people live broadcasts like I do. I do it, and several of us on this live broadcast support each other because you never know who's watching. Have a nice one. Thank you so much. Goodbye.